Looks like I did a number to my ankle this time.
Hi, we're Dan and Mary Buckley here with our dog, Fritz McGee. We just retired, bought a camper, and now we're on a great adventure to see our wonderful country.
Okay, here we are, Sun Valley, the North Fork Creek Road, dispersed camping area. Here didn't make it to the sites that I wanted to get to. This is one rough road getting back here, pulling this trailer. I'm not for sure if we're going to spend one night or 2 nights. We haven't decided yet. Valley. It's a little bit warmer here, but we are in a little bit of shade, so it's not so bad. It's a little view, ground level of what it looks like here. Is where we're at anyway. Right down, just past the road, just over the hill there is the creek. And if we'd have went further down the road, it'd been another 1.5 miles yet. And this is a pretty popular place. Didn't want to drag this trailer another 1.5 miles, only to find all the spots being taken. I'm going to see if I can't get the drone up, take a few pictures of the valley area here, just kind of get a feel of what it looks like. So the laundry keeps piling up. Just another day of laundry. Can't wait. So we're on our way out of here. This is Sun Valley up here on North Fork Road, dispersed camping, where I'm doing the needful thing, like some people would call it. Got to empty the tanks. Somebody's got to do it. Kind of reminds you of Christmas Vacation a little bit, huh? Well, not really. But we're heading out. We're getting out of the highland area and we're heading out to sort of like the middle of Idaho to the grassland area, going from a comfortable 75 degrees to a little over 90. We're only going to be there one night, thankfully. Waited till the middle of the day here before we take off. It's about a 3-hour drive. We could stay in the air-conditioned truck for a while. got through driving some of the probably the most desolate area of southern Idaho. Probably I haven't seen, last time I saw a place like this, I think we was going to Big Bend down in southern Texas. Nothing. A road that just stretched to the edge of the earth. You could see it, and we were the only ones on it. Almost a 3-hour drive getting here. Of course, it was really just the last probably hour and a half that really got desolate. We went past the Craters of the Moon park. That was pretty cool looking at that. Kind of reminded me of Midwest after the farmers get out there and plow up their ground. It's all dug up and black dirt. That's kind of what that looked like. We managed to get here at this place called Birch Creek. 96 degrees and it's hot. We feel it. We just come, it was about 75 degrees maybe where we was at there at Sun Valley, and I knew it was going to be hot. We're going to spend one night, but for as desolate as this area is, it's got some pretty good views. Didn't realize how far out in the middle of nowhere this place is. This is probably a good hour north of Idaho Falls, but there's nothing out here. One side, this is called the Lemhi or Lemhi mountain range. This is on the western side of the creek. And then on the eastern side, we have the Bearhead Mountains range here. And in between these two mountain ranges, you see what we see. There's nothing. But in between these two mountain ranges is this little bitty creek. Kind of reminds you of the movie A River Runs Through It. Like a little oasis. Because this place is so desolate, not too many people come out here. We had pretty much free range of whatever site we wanted to take. There's a lot of them out here, so there's no shortage of them. But we found this one and we butted up against these trees here, mainly because it's going to give us shade from the western sun. Set our chairs up here next to the creek, and I think this is where we're going to be relaxing tonight. And Mary sitting out here enjoying a little bit of her devotions next to the bubbling creek. Okay, time to hit that dusty trail. Birch Creek Dispersed Camping here in southeast Idaho. You ever out this way, you need to try this place because it is awesome. Ready to leave, getting ready to head in, get some supplies at good old Walmart down in Idaho Falls. About an hour away, and then on in to the border of Idaho. Next thing's Wyoming. Well, Mary went shopping. We got plenty of food now. I think we got enough to last a while, but that's okay.
Just a few days anyway.
Yeah, I think more than just a few days. But we're getting ready to be out and about dispersed camping for the next 3 weeks now. We just pulled into a place here, dispersed area. It's Forest Road 281, right off the Palisade Reservoir. And got a nice little spot here. It's just right in the road. Didn't have to go too far. There's a number of spots here. We could end up with some neighbors, maybe, maybe not. Doesn't look like very many people are down this road. But we got next to the creek again. Anytime you're next to a creek, it's a good spot. Looks like somebody built a baby pool again. We see these a lot. We got some visitors this morning that come around. There are a lot of cows around here. From Alpine up to Jackson Hole on Route 89, you'll drive through an area called Grand Canyon, which is in the Grand Teton National Forest. It has a Snake River running through it. It is a most gorgeous area, beautiful landscape driving through here.
Hey darling, can I tell you what's been on my mind? Sick and tired of the 9 to 5 in the city life. Hey darling, we could get out of town, see the beautiful world around, wanna see it now. Pack our bags and get in that car, leave a little note and we'll drive real far. Let's get out, we can leave this city. Let's drive to...
Time to head up the mountain and see what's available. We went up the Shadow Mountain Hill. It was rough, really rough. And on the way down, all of a sudden my right rear tire on my truck, looked down and it was 22 pounds. So I got a hole in my right rear tire from going over them rocks, probably too fast. And I didn't air down my tires, and that's all my fault. The Teton National Forest. This is one of our holy grail moments here. We have a number of them on this trip. We've already been to a couple of them. One was to Glacier National Park, and then of course another one was the Sawtooth Mountains, and Teton National Forest was one of another that we were looking forward to. this is definitely a gorgeous site. We're staying at a place right now. It's a place called, the base of it, Shadow Mountain. This area that we're at is called Antelope Springs. There's 3 different areas here at the base of this mountain, and we're at the first one. And a couple more, there's one more next to us, but it's all tent camping. And then in one other one after that, it allows some hard shell campers in there. But we were fortunate enough to get a spot here. Guy was leaving as we was coming in. It's a pretty highly used area, so getting a spot in here can be pretty tough. But the timing couldn't have been any better for us to be moving in. I seen a guy getting ready to pick up and leave, and we was able to take his spot once he moved out, and it's been full ever since though. So you can go up the Shadow Mountain Hill. There are a number of sites up there. We went up when we first got here. We just kind of set up real quick, went up the hill, because we had a couple sites that I had picked out up there that wanted to take a look at and see if we can get in. But they were full. And Fritz out for a little walk this morning. Beautiful morning. It does get cold here at night though. So you gotta wait for the sun to come out to kind of warm things up. This is the view from where we're staying at the base of the Shadow Mountain. Still a good view. I'm heading out and see if I can't find some water. Looks like we used a little bit more than what I had anticipated. So I got, I think, 3 jugs that I need to fill up. There's supposed to be a visitor center down here. They say that you can fill up jugs of water. Well, I got the water. It was right where the iOverlander post said it would be. I had no problem finding it. That the iOverlander post did say is to be very careful because the water comes out really fast. Well, I've gotten water out of hand pumps faster than that. Okay, so we are officially in Wyoming. Teton National Park's where we're at.
Yep. And now we get to put a sticker on.
Get you get it on square. Yep. Well, today we're getting ready to head into Jackson Hole for a little while, kind of see the town a little bit. Get up there to the main square where the park is at, which is a pretty famous area in Jackson Hole. I got the antlered arches. And we got to go to the store anyway, pick up a couple things, so we'll go by there. Well, we find a place to park, get out, and as soon as we get out, what's it do? It starts raining. This is the famous Jackson Park where they have the elk arched antlers, one on each corner of the park. This place was also made famous in part to the movie by Clint Eastwood, Any Which Way You Can. This is where they had the big fight between Clint Eastwood, which was Philo Beddoe, and William Smith, named Jack Wilson. They have a National Elk Refuge Visitor Center, which is a very worthwhile place to come and visit. They have a very large area where elk can come down off the highlands, come down and feed and preserve much of the elk population. They said as many as 10,000 elk will come down off the mountains and come to this plateau to feed. About time to tidy up around here. Today's moving day. We've been here 5 days, which is the max allotted time you can be here. This is Shadow Mountain at the base of the hill. We stayed down here at the base of the hill, mainly because we just really couldn't find anything suitable up on the hill when we got here. But even down here, the view is fantastic and the stay was great. Cool in the mornings, cool in the evenings, nice and warm during the day like it is right now. We did do quite a bit in the 5 days we was here. Went on the Teton Pass, down to Jackson Hole for a little while. Did a few other things, fixed a flat tire, went down to the Elk Village, went to Jenny Lake. So we did do quite a few things while we were here. A word of advice though, if you come here, this is Shadow Mountain. This is down on the base, what they call kind of like a base camp. It's on the bottom of the mountain. Here, this is a very busy place. Places don't stay here. If somebody moves out, somebody else is here within minutes, occupying the site. So it's time to head on out. Got to go pick things up, hook up. We're not leaving the Teton area. We're going to stay here, not here. We're going to go about 20 miles up north to a campground, stay there a few days. So we'll still be in the Teton area for about 4 more days. Well, yesterday, as we was getting ready to leave, I stepped out the camper, missed the step, did something, not so sure. Landed about 10 feet away from the camper in the grass. It hurts. We arrived here at Signal Mountain Campground. This is a campground inside the Teton National Park. Not a bad little site. We 6 months ago fought for this site and fought hard on reservations to get this site. This is a primo site, good views. We got it for a few days and we're glad we did. This here is looking from the back part of the site. You can see the mountain over there, a little bit of a glacier, Jackson Lake. And we do have a lot of wildlife come through. We had a little fox come through here this morning. Looking at the water. Today we're going to take a little drive and go up to Shadow Mountain, Coulter Bay, Jackson Lake Dam, Jackson Lake Lodge, and a few other scenic sites. this episode. This has been a pretty good trip so far. We ended up here, the last spot here in the Teton National Park. Been here, how long?
4 days, I think. 3.
Well, here 4 days. The other day 5. The other place 5 days.
Yeah.
So 9 days altogether up here in the Teton National Park. Again, this is one of our Holy Grail areas, and we've loved it. Loved every minute of it. We did go through quite a few nice places. We went through that Birch Creek out there in the middle of Idaho.
I mean, that was in the middle of nowhere.
Yes.
And all of a sudden, here's this line of trees, you know, and a little stream going through it. It was beautiful.
Sun Valley, we were there a couple days. It was enjoyable. We were going to stay there a little bit longer, but we just had to move on. Forest Road north of Alpine there, that little bitty creek, had them cows come by. Could have stayed there longer.
It was nice, real natural setting.
It was. Then we hit Shadow Mountain. Boy, we were so fortunate. The Lord really blessed us in Shadow Mountain, because we moved in, just happened to see a guy pick something up. I says, I think he might be getting ready to leave.
Yeah.
And sure enough, he was, and we didn't even let the grass see the sun. And we moved back into his spot as soon as he moved out. That place was full the entire time we was there. We left there and come here. This is the end of this episode. We're here at Signal Mountain. Decided to come here a few days. Kind of, this is an organized campground, but need to resupply, restructure, water, dump, get everything all settled, because we're getting ready to go out on the dispersed trail from here until we get home. It's almost a month. But we did get to see some wildlife here. Pretty cool. We saw elk down by the water last night.
Little fox ran through our area here.
Yeah.
A couple times.
Also a deer, a few deer ran by. Didn't get to take pictures. If they run by here, you're not ready for them. You know, they're already gone. You know, so for this episode, we're going to wrap it up right here. This has been, what, almost 2 weeks now. By the way, here, obviously, because we're in a national park, I can't do any drone, can't fly drones, so everything has to be ground level. Could have got some good drone footage here, though. Great adventure. We're loving it. And you can have them too, but what you got to do now is you got to get out
and get going.